Welcome to Senior Night at Bella Vista High School. Tonight, the 13 and 12 Bella Vista Broncos will be taking on the Capital Valley Conference's top dog, or top wolf in this case, I suppose. The first place Woodcreek Timberwolves, who come into the game with a 20 and 7 overall record and are 10 and 1 in league play. Woodcreek has its postseason berth secured. In fact, tonight is their final regular season game. They don't play on Friday. At 3 and 7, the Broncos are on the outside looking in, according to the latest Max Preps projections. Wins tonight versus Woodcreek and on Friday against Vista del Lago is what the Broncos need, although it's possible they could squeak into the playoffs with a win. Well, as we mentioned, it is senior night tonight, and the festivities are getting underway. George Tharlson with you, but we are going to head down to the floor right now and join Quincy Douglas.
Athletes have helped shape our school and community. At this time, please direct your attention to the court as we recognize your seniors. First off, we have Cale Bird. Cale Bird is escorted tonight by his mom, Jennifer, dad, Aaron, and brother Finn. And we must not forget about Grandma Jackie, who could not be here. Cale started playing basketball in 8th grade at Louis Pasteur. Outside of basketball, Cale also plays baseball and enjoys traveling and listening to music. After high school, he plans to attend Sierra College. His favorite memories are getting ready in the locker room before games. Congratulations, Cale. Next up is Nate DeLucchi. Nate is escorted by his mom, dad, grandpa, and his cousin Henry. Nate has played basketball for 7 years. He is also a talented multi-sport athlete, competing in soccer, football, and golf. Nate is headed to college next year, and his favorite memory is the bus ride home from River Valley during his sophomore year. Congratulations, Nate. Next, we have Mitchell Emery. Mitchell is escorted by his mother, his father, 2 brothers, G-Ma, G-Pa, and his girlfriend, Michaela. Mitchell has played basketball for 8 years. Along with his love for the game, he has a passion for fashion and design. After high school, Mitchell plans to attend junior college before transferring to a 4-year university. His favorite memory is cooking mead in practice. Congratulations, Mitchell. Next up is Cade Rucker. Cade is escorted by his mom, Wendy, dad, Jeff, sister, Abby, and grandparents, Debbie and Roy, who have attended every single one of his since he was 4. Cade is a 14-year basketball veteran. He is also a 4-year triple-threat varsity athlete in cross-country and track. He also enjoys a game of golf every now and then in free time. Cade plans to study kinesiology at a 4-year university. His favorite highlights include beating Del Campo all 4 years and the buzzer beater at the Rio Americano game this year. Cade would like to thank all of his family, friends, coaches, and teammates for supporting him all of these years. Congratulations, Cade. And our final basketball senior, Jonah Wooden. Jonah is escorted tonight by Brent, Teresa, Addison, and Sydney. Jonah has been playing basketball for over 12 years. Beyond the court, he has also competed in cross country and track and field. After high school, Jonah plans to attend a 4-year college. His favorite memory is last year's senior night win against Vista del Lago, a moment he will never forget. Congratulations, Jonah. And now, put your hands together for your cheer team of the Bella Vista Broncos. First up is Madison Alvarado, escorted by her mom, dad, and sister, Alyssa. Madison has cheered for 2 years. During her free time, she enjoys hanging out with friends and babysitting. Her favorite memory is making the varsity team her first year. After high school, she plans to attend Sac State and pursue a career in nursing. Thank you for your support, Madison. Next is Mara Cosley. Mara is escorted by her mom and dad. Mara has been a cheerleader for 3 years. She enjoys baking and hanging out with friends and plans to major in business marketing at a 4-year college. Her favorite memory is chatting with friends on the sideline during football games. And she has to say, for that comment, sorry to Rachel and Mackenzie. Congratulations. Thank you for your support, Mara. Next is Amiracle Thomas. Amiracle is escorted by her mom, her dad, and the people she loves the most. Amiracle has been cheering for 8 years and proudly served as cheer captain. Off the sidelines, she enjoys cooking and spending time with families. After graduation, she plans to attend the HBCU in North Carolina or Alabama, where she is planning on majoring in biology. Thank you for your support, Amiracle. Next is Alexa Vahalo. Alexa is escorted tonight by her mom and little sister. Alexa has been cheering for 4 years. She enjoys tanning and spending time with her family and friends. After high school, Alexa plans to attend a 4-year college and then continue on to medical school. Her favorite memories include Friday night lights and cheer camp. Thank you for your support, Alexa. Next is Lucy Velastegui. Lucy is escorted by her mom and dad. Lucy has cheered all 4 years of high school while also serving as a seniors class president. She is a talented piano player and plans to attend a 4-year college on a pre-med track, majoring in biology. One of her favorite memories is growing up with her teammates and spending time with her friends. And her quote is, after 4 years, we got pretty good. Congratulations, Lucy. And last but not least, Madison Woodruff. Madison is escorted by her dad, her mom, and brother. Maddie brings 10 years of cheer experience to the BV cheer team. She was selected as an All-American at cheer camp, an accomplishment she is incredibly proud of. Maddie will be attending San Marcos, majoring in psychology, behavioral science, and hopes to work for the USA cheer staff. Thank you for your support, Madison. And no senior night would be complete without honoring the Woodcreek seniors as well. Now, don't do that. Here are the names for the graduating seniors for Woodcreek. Alex Garska. Mike Kirby Jr. Marcus Hall. Luis Hauergi. Olex Goldenberg, Tristan Lattimore, and Maximus Van Lettingham. Congratulations. At this Bronco Nation, please join us in one last big round of applause for the incredible senior class. Thank you for your memories, the leadership, and for leaving it all on the floor. Congratulations, seniors. Once a Bronco, always a Bronco.
And there you have it. Senior night here for the boys has come to a conclusion. Well, the festivities have. but it will now the focus is going to turn toward the basketball game, and the basketball game has this matchup between Woodcreek and Bella Vista. We were talking about it during the open. Woodcreek comes into the game 20-7 overall, 10-1 in league play. They're a game and a half ahead of Inderkum right now. This is the final home game for Woodcreek. If they win this one tonight, they secure the league championship, and if they don't win this one tonight, there could be a tie depending on what Inderkum does tonight and Friday. Good evening, everybody. George Tharlson with you tonight from Bella Vista High School. You heard Quincy Douglas. He'll be back with us. In fact, he'll be with us for a few moments here in just a second, and then he's going to run back down there and give us the starting lineups a little bit later on as we get this started. Right now, the 5 seniors that are graduating are getting their final pictures taken, and then they're going to put 10 minutes on the clock for some warm-ups, and then we will play basketball. Talk a little bit about this Woodcreek team. We mentioned they're number 1 in the Capital Valley Conference this year, and 1 win away. It would have to come tonight because it's their final regular season game, but 1 win away from a league championship. That is something that has belonged to Inderkum in the past, but we'll see what happens. Obviously, Woodcreek is in really good position. They beat Inderkum last Friday to split the season series. So if Woodcreek were to lose tonight and Inderkum were to win its next 2 games, you're going to have a split record between the 2 schools, and both schools will have an equal league record, and so some other tiebreaker will have to then come into play. So we'll see how this all transpires here in the next few minutes, hours, and days. But this ought to be a good one tonight. A couple of notes coming into this one. You heard Quincy announce the graduating seniors for Woodcreek. Michael Kirby Jr. is one of them that he mentioned, who is going to be contributing big time tonight, and in fact we'll probably see a little bit more responsibility this evening. That is because the big guy for Woodcreek, Max Van Lanningham, the 6'8 senior, we understand he is not going to play tonight. He rolled his ankle. In fact, we got to look at him on the floor. He is in street clothes with headphones on, and he's wearing slippers. So Max Van Lanningham is not going to play tonight. He is their leading scorer, averaging 17 points per game, but he rolled his ankle last week against Inderkum, played through it, and Coach Drew Hibbs was explaining how it happened. He played the whole game on Friday, and then when they took his shoe off afterwards, it's like his foot was twice his normal size. So that's what he's got going on. This is obviously a precautionary measure. I don't know if he could play tonight, but they obviously want to have him ready to go for the playoffs. Quincy Douglas joining me now as the Broncos get set to take on Woodcreek. You never want to see somebody injured, but this is an opportunity for the Broncos to possibly take advantage of a little misfortune for Woodcreek, and not have to play against the 6'8 senior.
Yeah, Van Lanningham he's an amazing athlete. Bella Vista has an opportunity here. You can say to steal a win. He's a great rebounder, great shooter. He's their star player. He's not playing tonight. Bella Vista has to take advantage of that.
And the Broncos themselves have a possibility of making the playoffs next week as one of the last teams to get in. They're on the bubble right now. The latest Max Preps projections have them on the outside looking in. But a win tonight over Woodcreek and a win on Friday against Vista Del Lago on the road in Folsom, those would be 2 huge wins. And if they can secure both of those, Coach Kessler feels that should be enough to get them into the postseason.
Yeah, and I think he's exactly right. They're on the bubble. They're on the outside looking in, like you said. But a win tonight, win on Friday, I don't want to say a lock, but it looks very good.
And what we understand, at least on how things are sizing up, is should they squeak into the playoffs, they'll be one of the lowest seeds. So it looks like those games will be on the road.
Yeah.
And so
and that's okay.
And that's okay.
It's fine.
The important thing is to get there.
Get there. Exactly.
You get there. And then we will, on our Facebook page, let you know if whatever live streaming will happen produced by the host school, or if they'll let us come and do it.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
We'll see if that if that could possibly work itself out, but we don't know until that opportunity presents itself. So, but again, an opportunity for Bella Vista tonight without the guy that their offense works through. Coach Hibbs describes Van Lanningham as their first, second, and third option.
Yeah, he's an amazing player. I remember watching him last year. So athletic. He just runs the offense very well. And guess what? He's really good on defense as well.
He certainly is. But in terms of, okay, who else have they got? Well, we mentioned Michael Kirby Jr.
Right.
He dropped 17 on Bella Vista on January 20th in the game played earlier this year. He averages 11.1 points per game. And so he's the guy that's going to take over tonight as their first, second, and third option, I am sure. Zach Boulat is normally a starter. He's been battling turf toe all year, but he is going to play. He averages 12.3 points per game.
Right.
So he's not going to start, but he is going to play tonight, and so we will expect to see him contribute as well. But Tristan Lattimore is another one that we watched last year. About 7.5 points per game. He's a 6'4" senior. Another player that's one of their big guys, Pavi Gruel, is not going to play tonight and really hasn't played much at all this season. He is also injured. So the injury bug biting Woodcreek in 3 areas. 2 players not able to play tonight.
Yeah.
They've got a 14-player roster overall, so they've got a good rotation and a good mix of players that should be able to step in. And you don't get to be 20-7 and 10-1 by just relying on one player.
And you know what? I was actually going to say that. He's got Coach Hibbs has a lot of. He understands his bench. He understands who can step in at the right moment, and I think we're going to see a lot of that tonight.
One of the things that I was talking to him about before the game today is certainly over the last few years, again, Van Lanningham's been there,
right.
Been their focal point. Next year, the team's going to look a lot different.
Yes.
And, Kirby's going to be gone as well, but they've got some other players that will be coming back. Boulat's a junior, so he's probably going to be their
right.
leader coming back to the game, to the team next year. For the Broncos, the best path to the playoffs is to win tonight and win Friday.
Correct.
If they split the 2 games, they still might get in. They lose both of them, there's even still a possibility with that. You don't want to mess with any of that.
No, you control your own destiny. Get the 2 wins. Get the 2 W's.
Cale Bird leads the way for Bella Vista with 12.5 points per game and about 8 rebounds. Mitchell Emery has really come on strong lately. He's at 10.5 points per game. Had 18 the other night against Christian Brothers in our last broadcast. And then Cade Rucker, again, just been a solid contributor. He'll hit the big 3-point shots. He'll do whatever it takes. He's a strong rebounder as well. He'll drive to the basket. He'll be an enforcer where he has to be as well. We do expect all the seniors to play, although Bella Vista will go with a standard starting lineup tonight that Quincy's going to be introducing for us here in the next few minutes. But Iwamasa, Emery, Bird, Wooden, and Rucker. Again, for Woodcreek, Max Van Lanningham will not be playing tonight. And in fact, if we want to maybe move the camera over towards center court, we'll get a look at him. There he is right there, standing right near the center court circle. Would normally be suited up, wearing number 33 in black. But unfortunately, because of the accident, reduced to the role of a spectator tonight, but they, as we mentioned, they will expect him back next week, and Woodcreek should get a pretty solid seeding in the playoffs next week. And as far as Woodcreek is concerned, their playoff history, let's look back at last year. They did reach the semifinals of the Division II Sac Joaquin section playoffs, losing to the eventual champion Rockland 67-50. And then they also qualified for a state playoff berth, and they went on the road in the first round at Milpitas and lost that one by just 1 point, 68-67. Drew Hibbs has quite a program going on here. And again, they expect Van Lanningham to be back and ready to go and anchoring that offense when we get set for the playoffs to begin next week. And hopefully it's playoffs that Bella Vista will be involved in. So we will see what happens. First of all, obviously, it is tonight that is the business at hand, and then we'll see where it goes after that. Bella Vista has their season finale at Vista del Lago on Friday. Just a quick look ahead to 24 hours from now. We just finished senior night for the boys. The girls have their senior night tomorrow, and they will be hosting Vista del Lago. So we'll be on the air 7:20 or so, maybe a little bit earlier. Just like we were tonight, we will begin the broadcast in time to bring you the senior night festivities for the 5 graduating seniors for Bella Vista tomorrow, and then we will get the game, we'll bring you the game as well. So we are just moments away from getting this one started, and we're going to get ready to head back downstairs. In just a few moments. We also have Carson Allen with us tonight. We're going to be checking in with Carson throughout the course of our broadcast tonight. So right now, the Woodcreek Timberwolves are now making their way off the floor, and we will get ready for the starting lineups to come your way here at Bella Vista as we get set to get everybody lined up. Woodcreek now coming out onto the on the floor. Here's Quincy.
Night. One quick announcement. We want to say thank you to the family that donated the 4 pizzas to the student section. We appreciate your support. At this time, we ask everybody to please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem. As we look towards the hardwood, it is time to introduce the starting 5 for the Woodcreek Timberwolves. At number 10, Michael Kirby. Number 11, Marcus Hall. Number 12, Zayden Robinson. Number 22, Hunter Parker. And number 23, Tristan Lattimore. For the last time on the Bella Vista hardwood, your starting 5. Number 3, Trevor Iwamasa. Number 5, Mitchell Emery. 22, Jonah Wooden. And number 33, Cade Rucker. Head coach for your Timberwolves is Drew Hibbs. Head coach for the Broncos, Stuart Kessler. Please read respectful to the teams and the coaches. Student section, ESPN section. This is it. This is the last time. Let me hear you. Go Broncos!
And quickly, we want to jump down to Carson, who is hanging out with our competition tonight. Carson, what's going on with that?
So it looks like we have our ESPN team here at a high school game. So I'm going to be going from left to right over here. The gentlemen will be announcing their names and their predictions for the results of tonight's game.
All right, let's hear it.
How we doing up there, guys? Can you hear me? Yeah? Yeah? I'm Nate Jones. You know, we know this team is good. We've been watching film all week. The guys have been watching film all week. We know they can play hard, but we also know we can play hard. I think it being senior night lit a fire under these guys. They know it's the last time. They're playing with a bunch of their brothers. I think BB takes it 60-56.
All right, just keep going down the line, Carson. Game is underway, but let's hear from the rest of them.
My name is Colin Elin, and in this game, I'm going to take Bella Vista over Woodcreek. It's going to be a similar game, similar to the 2017 Super Bowl when the Patriots came back from a 25 lead. I'm going to get the final score at 73-71.
And our last one?
I'm Luca Persiani coming at you from the sideline. Obviously, Bella Vista Broncos are coming into this game the underdogs, but I'm expecting a strong defensive performance out of our Broncos tonight. Final score, 54-49 Broncos.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much for chiming in. They've got their own table. They've got the ESPN banner. They've got their headsets. Looks pretty cool.
I love that.
We are underway. This is Michael Kirby Jr. at the free throw line, who gets the first points of the game. The foul was called on Jonah Wooden. So we are underway. First possession of the game for Bella Vista. Again, Woodcreek without Max Van Lanningham. He has suffered an ankle injury, will not play tonight, but they do expect him back next week for the playoffs. Emery's open at the top for three. Got it!
Oh, that was a rainbow.
Picking up right where he left off. Mitchell Emery. Broncos with the early lead. Different look on the starting lineup for Woodcreek. In the corner, this is Parker on the baseline. That one goes out of bounds. It will stay with Bella Vista.
Good defense there by Cade. Cale Bird.
This is Kirby out front. Love the shoelace game tonight. Not the shoes so much, but the shoelaces.
Yeah.
It's like orange and yellow.
You gotta show your.
What a move by Kirby. Draws the foul. He's headed right back to the free throw line.
Well, I think that's definitely, they're going to use him. He's going to be their offensive their offensive powerhouse tonight.
Rucker called for the foul. That is his first. Kirby right back to the free throw line. Made one of two just a moment ago.
Gets the friendly bounce there.
He does get the friendly roll. He's an 80% free throw shooter on the year. And he hits them both there. So 3 free throws for Michael Kirby Jr. And that gets us to a 3-3 tie. Jonah Wooden has been on the varsity since his sophomore year. And that is him right there with the ball. Thought about the three for just a second. Here's Emery once again, closed off.
Strong defensive presence for the Timberwolves.
It was a man-to-man defense to get it started. Iwamasa, hero from the other night at Rio. Pass deflected. Back the other way. Bring it out to Kirby. Now here's Parker. Parker, long three-point shot. Bird is there for the rebound. Here's Iwamasa, hippity hops the dribble to the corner. Rucker, he loves that shot. Kirby the rebound.
That was a smart play by Iwamasa. You know, he looked like he faked the drive and then he kicked it out real quick once he drew the defense in.
And if Rucker is open in the corner there, he's going to take it every time.
Absolutely. He should.
Zayden Robinson, he'll float it out to Lattimore. Lattimore on Rucker, at Lattimore up with the right hand. Dances off, another rebound for Cale Bird. Here's Iwamasa. Rucker at the top. Iwamasa finds the opening, he'll take it to the alley. His runner does not go. Parker the rebound.
I like the shot selection by the Broncos. They're not rushing anything right now.
The baseline running in with the shot. That's
Block.
Marcus Hall. Good defense by Bella Vista.
Oh,
Ball deflected away. Stay with the Broncos. I don't know. There may have been some contact there at the other end, but
Yeah.
it wasn't called.
no. Jonah Wooden looks like he, on the defensive side, he kind of blocked that ball.
There's Emery. Emery closed off by Hall. Into Bird. Bird on Parker. Bird fade away on the baseline.
Yes.
Cale
Such a
Bird.
nice move.
Final home game of the year for all of the seniors, the 5 seniors, 4 of whom start. And we should see Nate DeLucchi early.
Yeah.
He will definitely play in this one. There's a fadeaway at the free throw line. That one's short. Wooden the rebound. Broncos by 2. Early on, end-to-end action, lots of energy. Here's Emery driving in. He gets tied up. Possession arrow will favor Bella Vista. The shot clock was reset, but it shouldn't have been. So
I'm going to correct that.
they blow it dead to correct it. They will bring it down to 28. Broncos will adjust who inbounds, as Iwamasa will come to do the honors. Here's Emery. Emery, nice spin move.
Just
That
a little
one's
bit
short.
Yeah, just a
Parker
little
the
bit short.
rebound. Zayden Robinson on Iwamasa. Robinson closed off. There's Parker. Now Kirby. Inside it goes Lattimore. Lattimore on Rucker.
Good defense.
Good defense. Absolutely good
Yeah.
defense. Robinson. He's closed off on a double team. Broncos going with a 3-2 zone. Robinson on Iwamasa works off the screen. Shot clock running down to 4. Lattimore with a jumper. That one does not go. Parker the rebound, and another offensive possession for Woodcreek. Kirby off the screen from Parker. That one comes up short. Rebound underneath by Hall. That's his pocket pick by Mitchell Emery. Broncos continuing with the 2-point lead. Here's Rucker.
Well, we knew this was going to be a defensive battle, and so far it's proven to be just that.
Here's Iwamasa now at the top. You can hear the energy. Cheerleaders on one end. The Rowdy Rooters off to our left. And we have a special Rowdy Rooters mic again tonight.
Good.
Get a foul called here. This one's on Lattimore. That'll be his first team foul. Let's check in with the Rooters. They're all standing too, so
Yeah.
Parker's going to come out of the game for substitution for Woodcreek.
You got
Number 15, Luis Jaregi, is in.
and you got number 11, Nate DeLucchi, in the game.
Here's Bird on the baseline on Hall. Bird will take it up with the left hand. It rolls and comes out. Oh, mercy. Heartbreaker.
Yeah, that was 3/4 in, and then it's like, nah, I'm good. I'm coming out.
Jaregi sets the pick and then takes the long shot. Rebound deflected by Wooden and taken by Haggerty, who's in for his first action. Haggerty's had some pretty good games lately, too. Almost lost it, but
Haggerty
Heads up play on Haggerty's part to keep that possession.
Yeah, he plays with a ton of energy.
Iwamasa, the runner, doesn't go. Lattimore, the rebound. Lattimore going with the long sleeves tonight.
Yeah.
Inside it goes to Haregi, back to Lattimore, a little scoop to the hoop. Does not go. Lattimore gets the rebound. Another offensive rebound for Woodcreek. They'll send it over to the left side. Here's Hall to the baseline. Hall over Bird, the jumper off the glass and in. Marcus Hall's first 2 points of the game.
That was a strong play. He had two Broncos just on him. He was able to muscle that one in.
So Haggerty will bring it across. A couple of substitutions getting ready to come back in for Bella Vista. It's like Emery and Rucker had a breather. There's Wooden. Haggerty splits the double team, now finds Bird. Bird taken away, that's Michael Kirby Jr. Wooden pokes the ball away from behind, denies the easy basket. Good defense.
Yeah, smart
by
play.
Jonah Wooden.
Timed that perfectly. And that's what the Broncos have to keep doing. You know what? Challenge them. Nothing's going to come easy tonight.
Lattimore thought about the shot, now drives around DeLucchi, and now the rebound for Haregi, and he will go to the free throw line. This one is on DeLucchi. Nate DeLucchi, football player.
Yep.
Pretty good one at that.
Yeah, he is.
Played some tight end in his recent years, was primarily a defensive end this last year. Haregi, by the way, he's a 60% free throw shooter as he makes his first. Long rebound comes out to midcourt. And that's Robinson that comes up with it. Off the screen from Lattimore on the pick and roll. Can't control the ball, can't find the handle.
Yeah, Haggerty was right there just kind of landed in his lap.
Woodcreek with their first lead of the game since 1-0. Spin move for Emery, he'll drive in. This is what was missing on Friday night. Bella Vista, what was it, Aaron? They went to the line maybe 3 times last Friday. Two times to the free throw line. They've got to drive the basket to the basket more.
I agree. If the outside shot's not falling, you got to drive inside.
Foul is on Michael Kirby Jr. Emery with 2 free throws. The Broncos now find themselves back in front. Emery 67% from the line this season.
I feel like his free throw shot has gotten better as the season has gone on.
Dylan Liddell is into the game for his first action. Number 20, this is Kirby driving all the way in. Nice use of the backboard. Michael Kirby Jr., that's his first field goal. He's got 5 points. Broncos back the other way. Final 34 seconds. Shot does not go for Emery. Lattimore the rebound. Crowd wanting a foul. To the left side, Robinson for 3. Rucker gets his hands on it, but Woodcreek another offensive rebound.
Yeah, that's what's been hurting the Broncos right now.
Lattimore all the way down the lane.
And they're driving the basket very well.
First points of the game for Lattimore. Broncos can play for the final shot. Here's Iwamasa. Into the corner. There's a long 3-point shot. Comes up short. Rucker tries to get the rebound at the buzzer. He'll throw one up there, and it does not fall. As we've come to the end of the first half, or first quarter here at Bella Vista High School. It's a 10-7 lead for Woodcreek. They kicked the extra field goal.
Yeah.
So you got a 10-7 3-point lead. Broncos early on, they had the 5-3 lead. Let that slip away. Kind of a low-scoring quarter.
Yeah, I mean, and so far what you're seeing from the Woodcreek is they're just driving to the basket. You know, they're really challenging. Excuse me, they're challenging the Broncos to cut off lanes. Broncos have not been that successful doing it, so they're just driving in the lane and laying it up.
11-6 on the rebounds in favor of Woodcreek. 6 of their 11 rebounds are on the offensive side. Let's check in with Carson here at the end of the first quarter. Get your thoughts.
First of all, I want to say, how are my boys? How did they treat you over down at the ESPN desk?
Oh, they were good.
Okay, good, because I made sure I give them a little pep talk beforehand. All right, my first quarter thing before we get started up with the second quarter, protect the basketball, be more aggressive towards the rim. Key words.
There you go. I like it.
All right, second quarter. Zach Boulot is in for his first action. He's normally a starter. That's him, number 5, jogging the ball across midcourt, but he's had that turf toe issue.
Yeah.
It's limited his playing time. But they're going to need him and Kirby. Really, they're the 2 other leading scorers outside of Van Lanningham. Van Lanningham is not available tonight. Here's the jumper. Does not go. Jauregui with the rebound. He'll muscle up a shot that does not go. And Woodcreek, when they're not making the shots, they're going to the free throw line. They're doing a really good job underneath the basket.
Yes, they are.
It's like Haggerty's going to get called for that foul. Jauregui, we talked about, as a 60% free throw shooter. Broncos really need this one.
Yeah, they do. You want to leave nothing to chance.
Wooden the rebound on the miss. Broncos down 4. Here's Bird, triple team, up with the left hand.
That was sweet.
Over 3 defenders.
Yeah, and just had the length, he was able to draw him in enough on his right, switch to his left.
Lattimore. There's a drive from Boulot that does not go. Jauregui the rebound, and he's going to go back to the free throw line. This is the second team foul on Bella Vista here in the second quarter. Bird called for the foul. Actually, it's the third team foul on Bella Vista. But already it's a productive foul.
Yeah. Yeah, they haven't really, Woodcreek hasn't really shot outside very much. I think they've only taken maybe 1 or 2 3-pointers. It's been all driving. They're using that athleticism to their advantage.
1 of 2 for Jauregui. Wooden finds Rucker. Rucker to the baseline. Off-balance shot does not go. There's Lattimore. Rucker trying to wreak some havoc there. There's Boulot.
Trying to create some ruckus.
Broncos now with an aggressive man-to-man defense. This is Lattimore on Rucker. Now Kirby. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, there's a steal. Mitchell Emery, he's being chased. Emery to the basket, lays it in.
They needed those points right there.
He was chased by Dylan Liddell, who decided not to commit the foul to prevent the shot. Broncos within 1. Get a foul underneath here.
Yeah, that's probably going to be on Rucker.
It is on Rucker, that's his second. Austin Hoey coming in for his first action. Rucker will have a seat on the bench. Lattimore and Kirby now. Kirby on Emery. Boulot has a little trouble handling it. Wooden's right there.
High screen.
Lattimore's very good at setting those screens. There's Boulot for 3. Does not go. Long rebound. Lattimore. What a play! My goodness! The Broncos come up with a loose ball. I don't know how Lattimore got that rebound.
Me neither. And he's kind of going back and forth now.
Boy, that's impressive. Lattimore, one of the seniors on this Woodcreek team. He'll spot up from 19. Jonah Wooden just snatches that one away from Jauregui. Here's Haggerty. This one goes ahead to Lattimore, and
Jonah Wood says, no, you're not slamming it in my house.
Holy mackerel.
He'll take the foul.
And the crowd here roaring its approval on that one.
You could see Lattimore was going right up. He was going to dunk that.
By the way, we talked about Max Van Lanningham, who's not playing tonight for Woodcreek due to an injury, the 6'8 senior. He's got a full ride ready to go to Long Beach State.
Oh,
plays
wow.
basketball.
That's awesome.
Here's Kirby stepping inside the three-point line. Oregi with the rebound.
Too many second chance opportunities for Woodcreek.
They've had a lot of them. Here's Kirby. Kirby to the baseline. Kirby on Bird.
I mean, the defense is doing fantastic.
Here's steal by Wood. And here's Bullock. Collision with Gregory Wamasa draws the offensive foul.
He is famous for that. I can't tell you how many times I've seen that this year. He just takes the charge.
I guess you can't do that.
Nope.
The moisture on the floor. Woodcreek setting up with the entire defense in backcourt, putting up some pressure. Iwamasa and Wooden. Good combination there to face the press, and now Woodcreek retreats. Here's Wooden over to Hoey. Broncos moving it quickly. Emery to the baseline, off the glass.
Got it. He got it.
That's one of those ones where it looked like for all the world it was going to fall out when he got the roll to go the other way. Broncos back in front, 1 point lead. Liddell and Parker. Kirby has Oregi posting up down low. There's Bulat. Back out to Oregi. He'll drive in and get the deuce.
Yeah. They're challenging the Broncos to make the foul.
Now back the other way, loose ball. Broncos come up with it. Emery's going to now muscle up a shot and drop it in.
He will not be denied.
He will not. Mitchell Emery, another great game brewing right now for the Broncos. He's got 11. Parker's going to launch a three-pointer. That's his first three-pointer of the game and only his third three-pointer of the season. It's 3 of 5 from three-point range now. Here's Emery driving to the basket, draws the foul. Coach Hibbs up off the bench, not in agreement, shall we say. It's on Michael Kirby. That is his second team foul, but an active shooting, so it's a couple of free throws for Mitchell Emery. Emery, 67% free throw shooter, leading scorer for Bella Vista tonight so far. That's 1 of 2, so that puts him at 12.
Yep. Yeah,
he approached 3.5 here in the second quarter.
He's been the offense so far tonight. He was the offense the other night too.
Here's Bulat to the outside, gets the screen from Parker. Here's Oregi, three-point shot on the way, mercy.
So now that they're starting to heat up on the outside.
Well, you mentioned they weren't taking a lot of outside shots, and now they are, and they're making them. Here's Emery looking to answer. Rebound, I think that Jonah got a hand on that, and it's out of bounds, so this will go back over to Woodcreek. They're leading by 4. We're going to get a timeout call. Looks like it's called by Woodcreek here. Close one at hand here in the second quarter as we have a look at both benches right now here at Bella Vista High School. The final home game for 5 seniors for Bella Vista. And so far they're hanging in there.
They're hanging in there. Woodcreek's a good team, but Bella Vista, they're right there. Woodcreek's starting to hit a couple of back-to-back three-pointers, so Bella Vista's going to have to watch for that perimeter shooting now on the defensive side.
We mentioned that Mitchell Emery's leading the way for Bella Vista, 2, 4, 6, 9, 11, 12 points. Cale Bird has the other 4 to total out the 16. The Broncos could benefit from a little bit more of a distribution of scoring here.
They're gonna, in order to stay competitive with Woodcreek, they're gonna need some other players to start hitting some shots.
Woodcreek, Horegi is actually leading the way for them with 8 points, and Michael Kirby Jr. has 5. Just kind of eyeballing the numbers. That's the breakdown for the 2 leading scorers for Woodcreek. Here's Horegi to the outside on Hoey. Bulat now has an open path to the baseline, and that's his first 2 points of the game. So a 6-point lead now for Woodcreek.
So the Broncos need to, they can't let this get out of hand before halftime. They're only down by 6. Both teams really seem to be settling in.
Cale Bird with the jumper. Hoey the rebound. Kick it back out to Wooden. Wooden, he'll launch a long 3. Back iron. Iwamasa high into the air to snag that one. Iwamasa from the free throw line. That jumper does not go. The Broncos a couple of offensive rebounds there. Unfortunately, they couldn't get the basket to fall. And now the Timberwolves will set their offense. Bulat once again on Hoey. Inside to Yoregi. And he will draw the foul and head to the free throw line.
I think this is like maybe the 3rd time Horegi has been to the line.
Iwamasa called for the foul. Horegi, we were talking about how he is a 60% free throw shooter. That's his 4th make. He is at 9 points. The rebound for Woodcreek does not fall.
Tapped by Wooden, grabbed by Hoey.
And here's Bird. Wooden to the left side. Kirby on the defense. Bird sets the pick. Now Emery to the baseline. Emery, ball knocked away. Here come the Timberwolves. Bulat is picked up by his numerical counterpart, Mitchell Emery. Step back. 3-pointer does not go. 3 Timberwolves were right there, but the Broncos control. Here's Emery. Emery has his pocket picked. Zayden Robinson with the thievery.
Yeah, Emery has to be able to recognize he's got 3 guys on him and kick it out.
Another basket for Yoregi. He's had himself quite a second quarter here. He's got 10 points in the second quarter alone.
That was a full-on push.
This will be the 13th foul on Woodcreek. Non-shooting foul, so Bella Vista to inbound. Yoregi is the one called for the personal. Here's Iwamasa. Haggerty works off the screen on the pick and roll. It goes inside to Emery.
And that's what they need right there.
Just about to make the same point.
Drive to the basket.
Great minds think alike, right? Need some free throws here for Bella Vista. Emery, 67% free throw shooter. You got to draw the trips to the free throw line.
Yeah.
And then you also have to make the free throws.
Well, the Broncos, they can cut to the basket really well. They just can't. Unfortunately for them, Woodcreek does a good job of closing off lanes.
Here's Robinson. Robinson closed off the glass. Nice little jumper there by Robinson. Woodcreek by 9. Broncos need to get a run going, but we're nearing the end of the second quarter here. Iwamasa picks it up. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Bird. Bird has his shot rejected. So Woodcreek has a chance at the last shot. I think that's what Coach Hibbs is telling him to do.
Yeah, I was like,
there's a collision with Iwamasa, no call. Ball loose for a second now. Hunter Parker in the corner does not go. Iwamasa on the rebound, and the half will come to an end. The Broncos with a couple of single-digit quarters here, and they find themselves down by 9 points.
They've got to
27-18.
One thing to keep an eye on. We saw number 11, Marcus Hall, for the Woodcreek, limp out of the locker room immediately. So hopefully he's okay. They've really been hurting with the injury bug, like you said earlier.
Yeah, with Van Lanningham not available tonight, Pavi Gruel not available tonight, Zach Boulat has been battling a turf toe and is normally a starter, but didn't get the start tonight. So that certainly, Woodcreek doesn't need that. And while they expect Van Lanningham to be back for the playoffs next week, hopefully with Hall, that isn't anything serious that will keep him out of action in the playoffs next week either.
Right.
So for the Broncos, Mitchell Emery and Cale Bird are the only ones that have scored in this one.
Yeah, that's definitely going to have to change in the second half.
So Emery had 9 points in the second quarter alone. He has 14 overall. So he has 14 of the 18. Bird has 4. And again, that's been it so far. Luis Auregi is leading the way for the Timberwolves in this first half.
Yep.
He's got 11 points total, 10 of those coming in the second quarter.
Yeah, he had quite a second quarter.
Michael Kirby has 5 points, 3 for Hunter Parker on a 3-point shot that he hit, 2 points for Lattimore, 2 points for Robinson, 2 points for Hall, and 2 points for Boulat. So more of a distribution, but just the one player in double figures right now is Luis Auregi.
Yeah, and it's the cutting to the basket that the Woodcreek has been able to do, getting the easy layups, drawing the fouls, and then we saw in the second quarter they can dish it out beyond the perimeter and hit the couple threes too.
You know, when you're missing your leading scorer and your first, second, and third option, as Coach Hibbs put it, you never know who's going to be the one that steps up.
Right.
We figured it would be Kirby and maybe Boulat. Auregi averages 2.5 points per game, and he's already got 11 tonight.
Apparently he plays good in this building.
Credit him for stepping up. Woodcreek out-rebounding Bella Vista 18-13. And, in fact, on the offensive boards, 11-3.
Oof.
So that's pretty crazy right there. Broncos 32% from the floor, 6 of 19. 9 of 28 for Woodcreek. They're also 32% from the floor. They've just taken more shots.
Yeah.
Broncos 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Woodcreek 7 of 13. So Woodcreek has gone to the line twice as much as Bella Vista.
Yeah.
So that's one of the keys that we pointed out at the beginning of the broadcast. The Broncos need to need to drive the basketball, need to draw more fouls, and of course then upon doing so, they need to then make the free throws.
And that's Emery. You know, we've seen him. He loves to drive to the right side and get that shot to go. But we need to see more Broncos doing that.
Woodcreek also 5 steals in the second quarter here as well. So that's another one.
Yeah.
The Bella Vista cheerleaders entertaining the crowd here at halftime.
Yeah.
And so then you got a chance to announce some of them, and it looks like flowers for the seniors, I'm guessing. 6
of them, yeah.
And so that was their final basketball performance, I guess, of their high school careers, unless they want to come back and do it again tomorrow.
Well, yeah, and then you got three future Bella Vista Broncos running on the court right now.
Yes. To future cheerleaders.
Yes.
Or basketball players for that matter.
Or all the above.
So speaking of girls basketball, tomorrow night the Lady Broncos will be hosting Vista del Lago, and it will be senior night again.
All over again.
To turn around and do this all over again. So that is tomorrow night. Our coverage will begin right after the conclusion of the junior varsity game. That should be right around 7:20 p.m. or so. But we'll get started right after the game comes to an end. The JV game comes to an end. We'll have the festivities for the 5 seniors that will be recognized, and then we'll have the basketball game, the final home game of the season. In fact, the final regular season game of the season for the Lady Broncos, and the completion of the first year for head coach Carrie Masters, who is building something. I really think she's building something special. Things have not gone their way this year, but she's really building something special, and I think that there are some really, really exciting times to come for Bella Vista girls basketball.
I agree. They have some good players coming through the program as well.
In fact, I think I see my favorite freshman here.
Yep, I see her right there. I know who you're talking about.
Annalisa Detner.
Yep.
Yes. So we'll obviously follow her career. If she makes it to varsity, we'll begin documenting that with the BV Live Sports video starting next year.
She's pretty good. She might make it to varsity her first year.
I would not surprise me.
Yeah, would not be surprised.
I mean, she's already hit a game-winning shot for the freshman team this year. So, so she's got that for the freshmen. We've got Trevor Iwamasa doing that for the varsity a couple of weeks ago. Against Rio Americano. But you know, and this has been a fun team to cover, both the boys and the girls.
I agree.
Certainly, there have been moments of frustration, and there have been moments where, you know, droughts and poor quarters and stuff like that. But you know what? If Bella Vista can kind of turn up the notch right now and not suffer one of those bad quarters, they're only down 9 here.
It's not a lot. And I remember last year, it was our first year doing this together, and I remember the team. I have seen significant growth with this team, from last year, which is a great sign of what Coach Cussler is doing and has been doing all year. He's losing 5 players, but he's got a good group coming behind him. I think they're going to continue to trend. I think they're going to continue to ascend and trend in the right direction.
So 16 minutes of basketball left to go in the home schedule. And this is a team that there are still playoff implications for them.
Yeah, there is. They still have something to play for.
They definitely do. And if they can dial it up here in the second half, this would be a real special opportunity for them. If they can pull off this upset, and certainly it would be an upset.
Yes.
And people can look at it and say, well, they didn't have their big guy. But still, if you can get the win, you play the team that's in front of you.
Right, yeah. You can't change what happens on your schedule. So you make the best of it.
Check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/BVLiveSports, or you can scan the QR code that's appearing on your screen right now, and we'll have all kinds of updates. Obviously, you're here now, so we don't need to tell you that you can go there to click the link for the broadcast, but the link for tomorrow's girls' game is there. So you can check that out and make sure that tomorrow night at 7:20, you're right there clicking on that link or getting the notification in another way as we get set to watch the girls wrap up their season tomorrow night against Vista Del Lago. So second half, moments away from getting started. Broncos, some of the reserves right now are out there shooting.
Yeah. And it might be the end for basketball coming up, but you got lacrosse coming into town.
Lacrosse will be here before you know it. In fact, look at that.
On cue.
We just wish it, and it appears on the screen. The season premiere of Bella Vista Lacrosse on BV Live Sports is Tuesday, February 24th. We'll begin the broadcast at 7:05 p.m., and that'll be a good one. Bella Vista and Del Oro.
Yeah,
looking forward to that. Chris Wilson in his first year as the head coach for Bella Vista, and Broncos made the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
In fact, both Bronco teams made the playoffs last year, so we're looking for exciting things to come. The Lady Broncos, after playing their season opener on Wednesday the 25th, will have their home opener on Friday the 27th. And so we'll be back out at the stadium for that one as well, as Julia Thomas, Regan Silvers, and the Lady Broncos get set to repeat their playoff season from a year ago and maybe even improve on what they did. And they had a great year last year.
They had a fantastic year.
It was just a terrific year.
All right. Well, we got one half to go here between the Broncos and Woodcreek.
So the Broncos get the possession to start the second half. Jonah Wooden will set up to inbound the ball. They had to wait for the future Bronco cheerleaders to walk by first.
Exactly.
All right, we're underway, second half. Here's Emery. Now Wooden, bounce pass inside. They tried to get it into Bird and get a foul called against Woodcreek. This one is Marcus Hall getting called for the foul.
Yep. So good to see him recovered from his ankle injury. He
doesn't seem to be bothered by it at all.
No, that's good.
Here's Emery. Emery muscles up a shot and puts it up and in. 16 on the night for Mitchell Emery.
Yeah, he has been the engine and the motor for this offense.
Lattimore in the corner. Bella Vista crowd getting into it. Bulat drives in, has the ball poked away from behind. Broncos need to convert this one. Here's Wooden. Wooden to Bird. Bird closed off. Here's Iwamasa. Broncos showing some patience right now. Emery finds the opening, has the shot blocked. Following the shot, Cale Bird puts this one in. Emery is on the ground.
Yeah, had a shot blocked, but Bird right there flies in and puts it in.
Broncos are now within 5. They're checking with Emery to see if he's okay. Looks like he needs to tie his shoe. Those bright pink Nikes with the black accents.
They almost look like soccer shoes.
Or lacrosse shoes.
Or lacrosse shoes, yeah. So a little run here by the Broncos within 5.
They need another stop here and a conversion.
Yes.
Broncos 2-3 zone. Parker in the corner. Bird picks him up. Now here's Hall. Giving him a lot of room. Bulat is open from the three-point line. That dance is off. Robinson's right there to pick up the rebound. Drives in, makes contact, draws the foul.
Jonah Wooden
Wooden
down.
is on the ground.
Like a Charlie horse. On the thigh there.
And Wooden may have to come out. Looks like Haggerty's going to come back in. Hopefully this is not a long-term thing, because you want to get Wooden back out there in his final home game.
His defensive presence is so good.
Bulat to inbound the ball to the left of the basket. Here's Hall on Emery. Hunter Parker with the jumper does not go. Came up short. Bird another rebound. Here's Iwamasa. Bird and Emery, the only scorers for Bella Vista. Bird with the fadeaway, rattles out. Robinson the rebound. Nice defense by Trevor Iwamasa. This will go to Woodcreek, but it secures the next one for Bella Vista.
Absolutely. I think Jonah Wooden's going to be okay. He's trying to rub out that injury.
There's Bulat. He's going to launch another three-point shot. That one comes off. Collision underneath. For the rebound, it goes to Iwamasa. Here's Emery. Emery to the double team, closed off. Here's Rucker. He's open for three.
You just want to will those shots in.
Robinson back the other way. Still a 5-point lead for the Timberwolves. Off the screen. Here's Parker. Thought about the three. Made one in the first half. Now on the pick and roll, they send it inside to Parker. That one's a little too hard off the glass.
Well, Bella Vista has got to start putting points. That's 4 missed field goals in a row for Woodcreek. That's not going to last.
Here's Bird to Haggerty. Haggerty inside. Haggerty with his first points of the game. Somebody not named Bird or Emery has scored for Bella Vista. Broncos within 3.
And they got the possession arrow.
See if they can get another stop. Hall closed off on the baseline. Here's Lattimore. Lattimore jumps it over to Robinson. Ball fake to the baseline. Now here's Parker. He'll launch a 3.
Second one of the night.
We'll
Cools off a little bit.
Here. Get a timeout here as the Broncos run stopped as Hunter Parker saw that opening, saw that opportunity, took care of it. Carson, what do you got?
Currently, it looks like one of our officials is talking to our best friends down here.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
It looks like it's all in friendly fun, though.
Okay, good.
But right now, the energy is keeping up high. We're only down by 6. It's still a very close game. Still a lot of game time left. Just protect the ball, be good on those offensive and defensive rebounds, and box out.
Yep.
So 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Broncos down 6. Oh. Lattimore gives it up, gets it back, drives in for an easy finger roll.
Yeah. That's so hard to stop.
So the Broncos got this thing within 3. Now it's back to 8. Here's Emery. Bird the rebound. Bird can't get it to go. Lattimore controls. Timberwolves back the other way. Robinson.
Yep. Stop, pop 3.
Zayden Robinson, he's a 34% three-point shooter. Lattimore nearly comes up with the steal. This will be front court for Bella Vista to inbound. Looks like Jonah Wooden's good to go.
Yep. Coach Kussler is switching up the lineup.
Now it's an 11-point lead for Woodcreek. Emery. Emery turn around with the right hand, does not go. Emery then tries to fly in for the rebound.
Looks like
Going to be on Haregi. Yes.
Yep. Second
That'll
one.
be his second personal. Second team foul here in the third quarter. Broncos to inbound. Fresh 35 on the shot clock. Here's Bird. Now Iwamasa to Haggerty. Haggerty, he's going to launch a 3. Got it!
They need that. They need that really bad. I think that might be their first three-pointer of the whole game.
Huge trifecta. Emery had one in the first quarter. But you're right, they haven't made a lot of them.
And you get Haggerty going. We've seen him put up some serious points.
Haregi over Haggerty. That one does not go. Here's Emery. Now back the other way. Broncos with a chance. Wooden. Here's Emery, drives in. That one's a little short. Bird tried to get the rebound. Long lead pass to Zayden Robinson, and he puts that one in. 5 points in the third quarter here for Robinson. Iwamasa. Broncos down 10. Wooden wants to cut it to 7. He does.
There you go. This is great. This is what Broncos need. Other guys getting open, other guys getting involved. No quicker way to get you back into the game by hitting threes.
Bualot all the way to the baseline, draws the foul as he makes the bucket. Some nifty movement there. He doesn't look bothered by that turf toe at all.
Oh, no. That's just something you put on the injury report. No, I'm just kidding.
It's a 9-point game. Bualot looking to make it a 10-point game once again. Bird the rebound. Pull-out 4 points for tonight. Jonah Wooden fouled in backcourt. That'll be the 13th foul against Woodcreek here in the third quarter. Second personal against Lattimore. There's a nice defensive play by Braden Cook in for his first action tonight. Braden, who does not spell his name the same way as Braden Haggerty, unlike our two Bradens the other night.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's quite a number 4, Braden Cook. He's quite a defensive player. I remember him from before.
Jesse Tomei seeing his first action tonight. He missed the game against Christian Brothers. And Braden Cook gets called for a foul there, just into the game. He's got a basket and a foul.
And Trevor Hansen in for the game.
Trevor Hansen, who's hit a couple of three-point shots since that game where he hit his first basket of the season. Here's Wooden, inside to Bird. Bird on Haregi. Bird now double-teamed. Jonah Wooden, another one. That one comes up short. Liddell the rebound. Here come the Timberwolves. Here's Lattimore. He'll fade away. Lattimore's the real deal.
Wow, that was smooth as butter.
6 points for Lattimore. Here's Tomei, comes up to come up with that one. Tomei has his pocket picked by Lattimore. Nice touch pass, a little too tall for Haregi, but Cook has it. Quick ball movement by Woodcreek. Lattimore's shot does not go. Bird the rebound. And Haregi with the hoop, and will go to the free throw line. I think Travis Hansen wasn't expecting the pass after Bird got the rebound.
Yeah.
1:26 to go in the third quarter. And for the Broncos, that lead that's been hovering right around 10 has now expanded. That Woodcreek lead, I should say, has now expanded to 15.
The Broncos went on a little run. You know, they weren't able to really capitalize in the beginning of the third quarter when Woodcreek was not hitting their shots. They kind of went on a run together, and now Woodcreek's hitting everything.
So Haregi will go to the free throw line. Broncos coming out of the timeout now. Crowd getting into this one. And the basket and one for Luis Haregi. He's at 14 points tonight, leading the way for Woodcreek. Full court pressure by the Timberwolves. Hansen with a long baseball pass, goes to Cale Bird, and Bird, he wanted to dunk that.
Yeah, he did. He wanted to.
I would have brought the house down. But you know what? He got him 2 points, and they needed that badly.
Exactly.
Lead is 14. Here's Cook.
Haregi with the ball.
Now the runner from Liddell, he draws a foul. Dylan Liddell will go to the free throw line for the first time tonight. He's a 77% free throw shooter. And if he were to miss this one, the Broncos get the rebound. They gotta start getting some stops and get kind of a run going here.
They're giving up a lot of really easy looks, offensive rebounds by the Timberwolves, and they're just able to just lay it in.
Start right here. Here's Hansen, three-pointer on the way. That one comes up short. Broncos with the rebound. Tomei, he'll launch a long one. Got it!
That's the guy who would be fantastic to get hot from beyond the arc.
Well, we know Jesse can hit those, especially when you leave them open like that.
And it's, as a defender, you kind of challenge that to see how far can a guy shoot. Well, Tomei can shoot from far.
Lattimore with the answer for Woodcreek. Jonah Wooden couldn't save that one from going out of bounds. Could you imagine if that three-point shot from Travis Hansen had gone down?
Yeah.
He's made a couple.
Yeah.
They were on the road, but
Yeah, Trevor.
but they would have loved it.
Trevor is he's a fan favorite. Trevor is a fan favorite.
There's Lattimore. Now Liddell and Lattimore at the top. Gulat will run the point. Liddell finds the handle. And so the Timberwolves taking their time. They're going to play for the last shot here in the third quarter.
Yep.
Gulat drives in, kicks it over to Cooks in the corner. Yaregi with the rebound. That does not go. 0.2 of a second. It will stay with Woodcreek. And unless you get like a tip, I don't think you can score with 0.2 of a second.
No.
I'm going to call a timeout with 0.2 of a second.
Wow, I'm
left.
surprised.
Maybe Coach Hibbs has a little something in the playbook here.
Yeah. Could you imagine, hey guys, if we have 0.2 of a second left, this is the play.
It's almost where you just, it's going to have to be like a tip.
Right. Which they have the athletes to do it.
Well, what we know is the lead will be at least 13 points.
Yes.
Heading into the fourth quarter.
Yes.
Bella Vista a much better quarter this third quarter, by the way. 17 points. They nearly doubled their entire first half output. Gulat's looking.
There it is, yep, and they do have a play drawn up for it.
And oh my goodness, I don't think that would have counted.
Man. What a
Because
shot.
he had to grab that and shoot it with 0.2 of a second left, but still,
That was a
that
heck
would
of
have
a
been
shot.
something. Fans would have loved that. 21 points for Woodcreek in the third quarter, 17 for Bella Vista. So let's take a look at some of these other numbers. In the third quarter, Cale Bird, 4 points and 7 rebounds. He's at 8 and 9 overall. Broncos 7 of 16 from the floor tonight. Woodcreek is 9 of 18, and that's for the quarter. And then 5 turnovers to none for Bella Vista.
Yeah.
Kind of a big difference right there.
Right.
Because without those 5 turnovers, maybe this one's a little bit closer. It's
Right,
13
exactly.
right now.
They're still within striking distance. The 13 points is not, you can still come back and win this game. You got good shooters on the court. You got Trevor Hansen, he can hit the 3. You got Tomei, he can hit the 3. We've seen what Haggerty can do. They have a shot.
All right, 8 minutes on the clock. The final quarter set to get underway. Possession arrow pointing Bella Vista's way. So the Broncos will get things started here. Both the sophomores are in, Braden Haggerty and Jesse Tomei. Trevor Hansen's in as well. Cale Bird and Cade Rucker both getting a breather right now. Three-pointer on the way. That one comes off. Hansen got his hand on it. Took the rebound. There's a steal. Haggerty and a collision at midcourt. This will stay with Bella Vista.
Cook just kind of pushed him out of bounds there.
There's Haggerty. Looking forward to 2 more varsity years of Braden Haggerty and Jesse Tomei. Tomei closed off. Hoey at the high post. Looking forward to his varsity year next year as well.
Yep.
Hansen, he's got another year left also. The young guys are out there along with Jonah Wooden.
Yeah.
Shot is blocked. Haggerty comes up with it. Now Tomei will launch one from the corner. Regi the rebound for Woodcreek. That was a long possession for Bella Vista. Unfortunately, they didn't get any points out of it.
Came up empty on that.
And they really needed, they can't let that happen. Hoey the rebound after the long shot from Robinson. Wooden calling the play. Hoey comes out to set the screen. Now Wooden, he's going to launch a long three. He's got one tonight.
You know who I haven't seen on the court since the first half, and actually don't see him on the bench either, is Kirby Jr.
That's a good call. You're right.
I don't know if they're resting him but he's not on their bench.
Not on their bench. There might be an injury. Again, as we talked about, it's not really something they need right now.
And then just as I said that, I see where he's at. He's waiting to come in.
But he has not played at all in this half.
Yes.
Here's Cook the other way. Has the shot altered. Hansen comes up with a rebound, winds up on the ground. This is the first foul of the fourth quarter. The Broncos are down 15.
And Trevor coming out, as well as Hoey.
Going out for Woodcreek is Dylan Liddell, as Michael Kirby Jr. comes in for his first action in the second half. Iwamasa back in for Bella Vista, along with Mitchell Emery. Haggerty. As the ball deflected out by Cook, Broncos control. 25 seconds on the shot clock. There's Iwamasa. Now Wooden, he's open. He made one from right that same spot earlier. Lattimore the rebound. You know, Lattimore doesn't have a really big scoreline. He does have 8 points. There's a jumper from the outside. Iwamasa the rebound.
Yeah.
But he has done so much off the ball today. It's been a very impressive game. Circus shot from Mitchell Emery does not go.
I could feel him breathing down his neck. Decided to change course.
Here's Kirby. Kirby looking underneath. Kirby closed off. To the left side. Now Lattimore drives in all the way across the rim. Does not go. I think the Broncos are going to call a timeout.
Yeah. Just before the turnover, too. How good.
Fortuitous.
Yes, how good Coach Cussler saw the pass, said timeout. It'll remain Broncos ball.
So a tick under 5 minutes to go here in the final home game of the season. And just because I like using the word, the penultimate game of the regular season. The Broncos will be at Vista del Lago on Friday to take on the Eagles to close out the regular season, and they're hoping for a turnaround here in the next 5 minutes to maybe squeak this one out. It's tall order, trailing by 15 points.
It is.
But a win on Friday night could still get them into the playoffs.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
It's been a while since the Broncos have made the playoffs.
Yeah, it's been some time.
So that would certainly it would be a start. It would be a great opportunity for them to get the extra game, get the playoff experience, especially the young players that will be back next year.
Right, exactly.
Here's Wooden. Kirby on the defensive assignment. Emery sets the screen. Now here's Haggerty, and an offensive foul is going to be called on Mitchell Emery away from the ball.
Yeah. Well,
No, the crowd doesn't like it, but
No.
I think it's the right call.
yeah, I agree. It was the right call.
Oh, that's a very high dribble that Kirby got away with. The NBA, they call that palming the ball.
Yeah.
Near steal, here's Cook. Emery almost got that one. Now from the outside, Kirby's shot does not go. There's Bird back the other way. To Emery, to Haggerty. Cook the rebound. Cook and Lattimore in a two-man game. Now Kirby will come back and he'll run the point. Black and white with a little accents of gray and gold Nike swoosh on the shoes for
those
Michael
are nice.
Kirby Jr.
Was it him before that had the black shoes with the different color shoelaces? I think he changed shoes.
You're right. Yeah, he did. He did have the maybe those weren't working for him as well. Here's Cale Bird, kicks it over to Haggerty. Haggerty weaves his way around. What a pass.
Yeah.
Hook right there.
Wow.
Nearly comes up with the steal. This should stay with Bella Vista. Iwamasa closed off. Wooden, he'll launch a three. Long rebound. Lattimore comes up with it.
Kirby's favoring his shooting hand there. I think his finger got jammed.
Off the screen from Lattimore to the corner. Kirby's jumper does not go. Cook with the rebound. That's going to drop, and he draws the foul. Oh, we get a technical foul here? Calling everybody off the line. So technical foul. I think that did they call that on Kirby? It's a personal foul if they did.
And number 4 is Cook is just taunting the Rowdy Rooters.
I think it's on Uregi. So Cook is going to finish the three-point opportunity on the made basket. And the Rowdy Rooters with their approval. Hey, Carson, what can you tell us about what went down there?
So something that's been going on now for a little bit is that the Rowdy Rooters have been taunting number 4 over on Woodcreek, and eventually it got to him to a point where he cussed him out, and we got a technical foul for unsportsmanlike conduct where he finished off his free throws, and Mitchell currently is shooting 2.
17 points for Mitchell Emery. They have Uregi on the board as the last foul.
Yeah,
so I think he's
saw
the one that
too.
got the technical.
Yeah. And I don't think that Cook would have taken the shot if it was his technical.
Well, he was the one that was fouled after making the basket.
Ah, gotcha.
So that's why he took the shot. But Lattimore, another rebound for Wood Creek. Tell you what, this is a very good basketball team, Wood Creek, even without Van Lanningham.
Yeah, I mean,
imagine if having him and then the confidence some of these other players are getting for playing so well without him. Wooden the rebound, that does not go.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Kirby the rebound.
Nothing is dropping for Bella Vista here late in the fourth quarter.
Broncos just 1 point in the fourth quarter.
They've had good looks, threes, twos. They just have not been able to get the baskets to fall.
Now Marcus Hall back into the game. That's him there being double teamed and trapped. Get a foul called on Mitchell Emery. The second on Emery. Fourth team foul on Bella Vista, so free throws the rest of the way. Emery called for another one there. 2 quick fouls there.
And the Emery's just leaving it all out there. He's like, well.
And he's one of the 5 seniors playing their final home game of their career. Hall with the free throw. Liam Holman in for seeing his first action. DeLucchi's back in as well.
And Kyle Matson in as well.
I heard that Kyle was sick.
With his first rebound. No, wait, hold on.
No, that's Liam Holman.
I'm sorry, I apologize. Liam Holman, yes.
Yeah, Kyle Madsen is not dressing tonight. He is
Okay.
sick.
Okay.
Wooden is still out there for Bella Vista. Different combination for the Broncos right now. There's Holman. Haggerty's back there as well. Haggerty, he's going to find Holman. Holman flies in. Lattimore says, not in my house, and it's not even his house.
Not on my rim.
And but Lattimore's going to get called for the foul. Holman's going to go to the free throw line. He's a 50% free throw shooter.
I can't tell if those are white or if those are very light pink shoes.
It looks like a hint of pink there.
Yeah.
Holman gets one. $16-point lead for Woodcreek. They get the bye on the second part of the week this week. They do not play on Friday. They played all their league games with the completion of this one.
Yep.
Right now they're just taking their time on the possession. Here's Kirby to the corner. Now Kirby gets it back out. And Robinson, he's going to launch one that comes up short. Haggerty the rebound. That's the sound of the shot clock expiring. But not an issue because it hit the rim. Lattimore on the baseline.
Yep.
Lattimore now to 10. Here's Wooden.
Defensively, Woodcreek just very sound. You know, they cut off lanes very well. Their man-to-man defense is excellent. They challenge every single shot. It's been very difficult for the Broncos tonight to convert shots.
So looking at the Capital Valley Conference, Woodcreek with an 18-point lead and a minute and a half to go in this one. The win tonight will take them to 11-1 and will clinch first place in the Capital Valley Conference for the Timberwolves. Intercom, they are playing tonight. The best they can do is 10-2 after Woodcreek got that win against them last Friday night. That was the game where Van Lanningham was hurt.
Yeah.
But still played the rest of the game.
Oh, jeez.
And helped them get that win. And then this one here tonight against Bella Vista. They rested Van Lanningham for this one tonight because of that ankle injury. They expect to have him back for the playoffs. And so this ought to be this will be good for Woodcreek, a momentum builder. They get the break, and then the playoffs begin after the holiday weekend. The playoffs begin next Tuesday.
Right.
Broncos 0 for 11 field goals in the fourth quarter. Woodcreek's only 3 of 10.
So a bit of a dry spell for both teams, but Broncos just have not been able to hit anything.
Just 2 free throws for the Broncos in this fourth quarter. Tilden Hull, a 6'5 junior, coming in to see his first action. And Tristan Lattimore comes out to a nice round of applause from the Woodcreek faithful. Here's Holman. He'll muscle up a shot. That one's a little too hard. DeLucchi falling out of bounds.
Oh, football play there.
Yeah, indeed. But that goes to Robinson with a Euro step that doesn't go. Cook the rebound. Holman trying to fight for that rebound. And now a collision underneath. It looks like Holman's going to get the foul called. Right now, Wooden and DeLucchi are the only seniors out there.
Yeah.
Bird and Rucker and Emery are on the bench.
I haven't seen Rucker very much this this fourth quarter, especially.
And the Rowdy Rooters approving the missed shot there by Mr. Cook. And then he responds with another one. Cook is at 5 tonight. There's Tomei. Now Haggerty.
I tell you, Braden Haggerty is going to be a force to reckon with here in the next couple years.
Another shot from Wooden. That comes off the back iron. Holman the offensive rebound. And Tomei has his pocket picked. Hall and now Cook. 35 seconds to go. And the Timberwolves are just going to take their time. There is about a 6-second difference on the shot clock. Broncos are not coming out to foul. Obviously, they're down 19, so there's no reason to.
Right.
Here's Kirby as the shot clock is expiring. 4 seconds to go. Robinson has it. He'll launch one up at the buzzer, and it gets stuck.
Oh, wow.
And this young man here,
almost has it.
Good try. Is he going to try it again? No, he's going to let the referee do it. There we go. But the young man in the pink shoes and the Nike sweatshirt, thank you for loaning us your basketball to free this one up.
Final 4 seconds.
So it'll go over to Bella Vista. Here's Haggerty. Haggerty will push forward. Haggerty will spot up. Long three-point shot. He does get fouled.
He gets fouled, yeah.
So he's going to get 3 free throws out of this.
Hey.
And we will take them.
Absolutely.
So the game is not over yet, although a group of cheerleaders are walking down the floor.
Yep.
Foul is
Ref's
called
telling
on
him to get in line.
Dylan Liddell. Oh, they put 0.2 of a second on.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, Haggerty would just take the shots with nobody on the free throw lane.
Interesting.
But they do put 0.2 of a second on the clock. Haggerty's going to get 3 free throws here. See if we can get this to 40.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking.
Right, Haggerty is going to be a force to be reckoned with.
He is. He plays with so much energy. You could tell he's a leader. He has such a spark to him that I think Bella Vista is going to need.
Okay. No chance that would have counted. But that brings to the end this game. Fourth quarter for Bella Vista. They score 5 points, and they're all from the free throw line.
Wow, yeah.
They finish with a total of 40. They are outscored in that quarter. Just doing the
quick math.
So there was an 8-5 Woodcreek quarter. So they held Woodcreek to 8 points.
Right.
In that fourth quarter. Unfortunately, they just couldn't do anything themselves.
I mean,
0 for field goals.
Yeah, and that's hopefully nobody got hurt on that. But
Something's going down. Coach Kussler, it looks like Coach Kussler and Jonah Wooden may be coming up here. But something was occurring that I don't know what the conversation is about. Carson, what do you got?
So some people decided to treat that tables, ladders, and chairs like as if it was a WWE match and jump from the side of the student section all the way on top of the table that was our ESPN friends.
The ESPN table?
The ESPN table is no more, and we have tables, ladders, and chairs match instead.
Oh, my goodness. Look at that.
Wow. Well.
Oh, my gosh. They destroyed that table. Well, whoever they are, send them the bill. So,
I know. Somebody's going to be charged a Costco bill of $23.99.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
There's our intrepid reporter, Carson Allen, on the floor getting us the Getting us all the details.
Scoop. The amazing news that has to go on.
What happened? Well, we needed to know what was happening.
Oh,
there.
of course.
Well, of course, when you hear a big bang like that, you
Yeah.
know what's going on.
It's one of two things here. It's either something breaking or somebody falling.
Yeah.
And neither is good.
And neither is good.
Neither is
Absolutely. What a game.
Yeah.
Game was close. I was gonna make something kind of a joke of, how if you ever go to like a Dick's Sporting Goods and there's always like that plastic cover that's over the rim.
Yes.
That's exactly how I felt this game. Of us, we were shooting, getting really close, hitting the rim, but it just felt like there was some force that was just blocking that rim.
Yeah.
Either whether that be 3/4 in, rimming out, or completely hitting the inside and then just completely bouncing out. Other than that, it was a great game. We still have one more game left to play. It's not out for us.
So some final numbers here. Cale Bird finishing with 8 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 steals tonight. Emery, 17 points, 3 rebounds, that is. I guess that 3 bounds?
3 bounds.
There you go.
That's a new word
3
for
steals.
next season.
Yeah, we could do that. Bella Vista, 27% from the floor. Woodcreek, 36%. Woodcreek out rebounds Bella Vista 36-32, and nearly doubles them on the offensive side, 15-8. So Coach
Cussler here.
Coach Cussler is here. Jonah Wooden will be joining us in a second as well, but let's slide everybody in here, and let's get the microphone. Oh, it got caught.
Other way around. There you go.
All right, so rough one tonight, but still it looks like from what you were saying that things are still on the table for you as far as possible postseason.
Yeah, one more chance on Friday, and we'll travel to Vista. It'll be a tough place to play, but I think we'll have a good practice tomorrow, good film session, and we'll be ready to go.
Yeah. So obviously tonight, this is a very good Woodcreek team, even
yes.
without their big guy. This is a very good team, and they had other people that needed to pick up the slack tonight, and they did. Just your thoughts as well in facing them.
I just like how balanced they are. They have a lot of guys that can contribute, and a little bit of inside game, a little bit of outside game. They really hurt us on the rebounds in the first half, and very well coached by a very good coach. So kudos to them.
All right, your thoughts about your team tonight. Mitchell Emery, 17 points tonight. Cale had 10 rebounds tonight, so they're doing their usual thing. They certainly gave it a go and hung with them in the first half.
Yeah, no, it was close first half, cold shooting night for us. We really tried to get it from the outside in the second half, and they just weren't falling. And that happens sometimes, but, we'll be ready, and I think those will go down on Friday.
Okay, so big one on Friday against Vista Del Lago. Hopefully something coming your way next week as well. But as you wrap up your second season as the head coach, just some thoughts on just overall the last couple of years, how things have gone, what you see in the future.
Well, I think we're building in the right direction. So far we're 3 wins ahead of where we were last year. 10 wins last year, 13 this year. And we have a really solid JV program, really solid freshman program. I think the excitement is here. We've got the fans, we've got the support. And so, we just have to keep building. We have to keep working, even in the off season when March and April and May and June come around. Good time for the weight room, good time for individual skills, and by the time August, September, October comes around, we'll be ready for another preseason.
All right. Well, Coach, thank you very much, and thank you for joining us.
Thanks for a great
greatly
season.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate all you do.
We're going to get
Thank
a
you so
chance
much.
here to talk to Jonah Wooden, a 3-year varsity player here for the Broncos. It's all wrapping up, last home game. So, what are your thoughts here?
Yeah. I'm just happy to be able to play with this amazing team for 3 years straight. And, it is sad a little, yeah. I probably won't be going on in the future, so I'm just trying to take it all in before it's over.
Yeah. So no basketball in the future. What are your future plans?
I would like to go to aviation school to be a
Oh,
pilot.
wow.
Oh, there you go.
Wow, I know a couple of my son's friends are doing that. So maybe the three of you will be on a flight taking Quincy and I somewhere.
Yeah.
Hey,
Go
yes.
watch the Seahawks and the Patriots play in Boston or something
I
like
love
that.
that.
Let's see if that happens. Well, certainly we wish you the best on that. Tell me about this this season for you. You actually started watching because of the cross country season, but that had to be a little bit difficult.
Yeah. I mean, start of the season, it was nice to see sophomore step up, Braden hitting some big shots, especially like last time at Woodcreek. So I think next year will be really good for him to start taking over. And I mean, it was just fun playing with Cade, Kale, Mitchell, and Trevor. I'm gonna miss Trevor.
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah.
So.
It was quite a shot he hit there.
Yeah,
against,
Rio.
Yeah.
Loved watching that celebration against against Rio. Tell me about this Woodcreek team you faced tonight. It's just like that they seem to not have a weakness.
Yeah, they're a good team, even without their star. They're a great shooter, and some of the guys able to penetrate and pass and kick out, and so that's what killed us tonight.
Yeah.
And offensive rebounds.
So you got one more regular season game. You know what's on the line. You know that you can get to that, possibly get to that postseason bid, which I'm sure that would be really special, especially for the senior group to go out and get that opportunity to play next week.
Yeah, absolutely. We just gotta go win at Vista.
Yeah.
So,
You win
Which
at
you've
Vista.
done before.
yeah.
Yeah. There you go. I mean, there you took them down here, so
yeah.
so hopefully that can go. That can go in your favor on Friday. You're doing something here in the spring as well.
Yeah, track and field. So.
Is there a specialty?
800 and 400 right now.
Okay, it's a little bit on the distance
Yeah.
side. Yeah, there you go. Well, good. Best of luck there. Best of luck on Friday night, and hopefully with some basketball next week. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank
We
you. Yeah,
appreciate
thanks for having
it.
me.
Thank you so much.
You bet. Good luck
Appreciate
to
it,
you,
yeah.
Jonah. Thank
Yep.
you very much for joining us. All right, so we got a chance to talk to Coach Cussler. We got a chance to talk to Jonah Wooden. That was really kind of
Yeah, it was special.
cool. It's good to get to know these guys and kind of learn what makes them tick and what their future plans are.
Yeah.
You know, somebody like Jonah Wooden, he's been a 3-year varsity player and starter for
Yep.
this team. And Cale Bird, we've seen what he can do.
Yep,
It's interesting
exactly.
to hear both of them
Yeah.
say that they're not going to play basketball
Yeah.
at the next
and
level.
you
So-
can tell that they've kind of come to that conclusion on their own and looking forward
Yeah.
to the next chapter in their life.
And Jonah's going to be flying planes.
Yeah, I love that. That's
So,
fantastic.
Anyway, all right. So a big one obviously on Friday.
Yes, Friday, you know, it's a must-win. It really is. You know, if they want any shot at making it to the playoffs, they gotta beat Vista. I think they're more than capable of doing it. It's going to be a fantastic atmosphere. I hope the Broncos fans come in full force.
All right, so we've got one more basketball game on our schedule. That is tomorrow night as the Bella Vista girls team will wrap up their season with their senior night. They'll take on Vista Del Lago. We'll tip it off at 7:30 or thereabouts.
Mm-hmm.
We do have the senior night festivities coming first.
Yep.
And so we'll get that started. And again, that 7:20 start time is probably pretty accurate, as that's usually when we start after a JV game. Maybe a little bit earlier, but we're going to start as soon as the JV game ends so that we can bring you all the senior night festivities. So we want to invite you to join us for that, and then we'll see what happens with the playoffs.
Yep.
For the boys team, and then otherwise it'll be a week off for the President's Week for the whole school. We'll have our broadcast break, and then lacrosse season starts.
Yeah.
Boys on the 24th to get the season going against Del Oro. And then the girls that Friday will have their home opener after their season opener will be on Wednesday. So the home opener against Folsom on Friday the 27th. So that'll be a fun week as we get the lacrosse season underway here on BV Live Sports. Well, Quincy, it was a blast working with you again this year.
Always, yes.
Let's do this again next year.
We will.
Sound
Absolutely,
good?
yeah.
All right, we want to say thanks to our crew tonight. The producer of our broadcast is JT Stewart, camera operator Carolyn Hurd. Now for Carson Allen and for Quincy Douglas, I'm George Thorolson. Have a great night, everyone, and we'll see you at the girls' game tomorrow.
Take care, guys.